What's up, everyone? Dylan Williamson here with a video. Alright, so my experience with 11 Bravo Infantry MLS School at Camp Atterbury, Indiana. How it went, my thoughts going into it, my thoughts during, my thoughts now, and I'm gonna be talking about that. So, my experience with 11 Bravo's Infantry School, it was pretty bad, not gonna lie. Not because it was infantry, not because I couldn't handle the physical load. It was literally the people I was with. They all sucked. So you guys know that last year I lost my brother. I took a year off of working an actual job. So this was my first time being around people in about a year for more than like 2 or 3 days from drill. So I was doing Uber, but it's not the same as constant 24 hours around people. I had to adapt and adjust to seeing those people, and I wasn't actually used to people asking questions about my life, and like they actually cared. So yeah, it was a different experience that way. But I also didn't like it because I thought it would be a bunch of E4 and below, but it was all the way up to E6. So you had sergeants that was training to be infantry as well. And it just didn't go right to me because it was a lot of micromanaging when we're all adults. We all joined the military. We've all got prior experience in the military. Too many chiefs. Not enough like actual leaders. And so I had to deal with that. And then so my thoughts going into it was, I'm in the Sniper Scouts recon section. I know nothing about infantry. I'm gonna stay open-minded. I'm not gonna tell anyone that I'm in the Sniper Scouts, because then they're gonna ask me a bunch of questions that I don't know. All right, so my thoughts during the training. Week 1 sucked for me because I was not properly planned, and I ran 5 miles on day 0 by myself because I didn't think that I would be able to run 5 miles. Because at part of the school, you have to run 5 miles in 45 minutes. And I never ran 5 miles in a row before. So I wanted to see if I could do it. Well, I did it, but I was so out of shape from driving Uber that my knee like locked up, and I thought I was gonna get dropped from the course day 1. It was the worst pain I've ever experienced in my legs. Like, after running, I literally could not walk correctly. Like, I was limping. And the next morning, guess what? We had a 2-mile ruck march. So you know what? I was in the back. And no, actually, we had an ACFT, a PT test. Day 1 was a PT test. So day 0, you get there, you wait all day, you check in, that's it. You go to bed, you wake up the next day, it's like 5 a.m. You get ready for your PT test, you take the test, and then you go. I did terrible on that PT test, but I passed. Oh my goodness. That was a thing. And then so that happened, and I didn't like day 2 because day 2 was you have to throw a grenade, and you have to do it like 30 or 50 meters, I can't remember, but it's not a live grenade, so you're literally throwing like a rock 50 meters, and that's your test. I mean, there's other stuff to do a test for, but like, come on. That stuff, everything was so easy. It's pretty much basic training all over again, which everyone did before. So it was kind of stupid. Yeah, 11 Bravo Infantry School reclass was kind of stupid in the sense that we did everything that they taught us in basic training, because the first 8 weeks of basic training for an MOS is 11 Bravo. It's basic combat school. The only thing we learned additionally was the room clearing and walking and firing with a weapon at like close quarters. It was kind of not necessary. The school wasn't that necessary. Your unit could teach you everything that you learned. So the last 4 days, so when I said you had E6s training with you, so they were your squad leaders. But here's the thing, no one is an infantryman before you go to the school. Okay? You might have like a 11 Charlie who's a mortar that goes to school, but he's still not infantry. And then there's other MOSs that are soft MOSs, like supply, like I was, cooks, stuff like that, non-combat MOSs. And so you get these E6s that are non-combat MOSs, but they're an E6, so they think they know everything and they want to be hot shit. Well, me and so like there's a difference between being an adult and a leader and like an alpha or like a beta, whatever kind of man, masculine man. There's right and there's wrong, okay? And there's people who don't express themselves the correct way in professional ways, and there's people who are know-it-alls, right? So they know everything, they don't want to hear any other explanation. They got it. Okay, so I don't get along with people that are like that. I'm a pretty chill person, but like when you cross lines, you cross lines. So there was an E6 who was a prior Marine, and we were on the shooting lanes, and there was a private, wasn't the smartest guy around. Definitely not the smartest guy around. Well, anyways, so there was like a instructor talking, and we had like a football U around the instructor. Everyone was like taking a knee and stuff while he was talking. Well, the E6 in the back couldn't see, and there was a private in front of him, and the E6 says, kneel down, sit down, and the dude was like, okay, bro. And then this other E6 that was the Marine went up to him and shoulder checked him and said, he's a non-commissioned officer to you. You know, he was like, he's a staff sergeant. And you know, if I didn't see that until, I didn't know what happened until afterwards, but that would have pissed me off, and I would have like tackled the dude. Like, that's not gonna fly with me. Like, get your hand off me. I don't care if we're in uniform or not. You're a shitty NCO for putting your hand on a soldier. If you don't know how to control your anger, get out of the military. I mean, shoot the enemy, not our friendlies. So that happened, And then, yeah, I just didn't get along with this E6 at all. He said he trained with Special Forces a few times, and just no one liked him. No one liked him. Was from Hawaii, had long blonde hair. Thought he was the shit. Nope. Nah. Nope. But one person that I am grateful for that I trained with was my buddy Taylor. He was actually a prior roommate with me. We squashed that beef while we were there. And, you know, I told you guys that my leg hurt during it. And he helped me. Like, he did not let me fail the rucks. He stayed with me the whole time. He's very supportive. And he's about to have a baby. And I'm proud of him for being a good dad. So, I was going to do 3 favorite times and 3 terrible times, but now that I'm looking back at it, hindsight 2020, it was just time. I don't want to categorize it as like favorites and terrible, you know, good and bad. It was time, and it's in the past, and I don't like reflecting on it. I haven't reflected on it since this video has been made, because some things happened that I didn't agree with, and some things could have changed for the better, but they didn't. I will always stick up for myself. I don't care who the person is. I don't care if I'm gonna shake when I'm talking to them because I get mad at them. Like, I'm gonna express myself. Yeah. I mean, we all put our pants on the same way. So I had to call a sergeant out. Actually, twice, 2 different sergeants. And I will continue to do so because leadership is a professional thing. And once you step out of your profession, you're not a leader anymore. And yeah, we all make mistakes, but it's how we respond to our mistakes. Yeah, so 11 Bravo Infantry School, your unit could teach it to you in an AT instead of going to the school, because it's just basic training that you've already done, except for the building clearing and the walking and shooting the weapon. It did not need to be 3 weeks. You can get everything done in 1 week. Would it be a long 1 week? Yeah. The land nav course, I sucked at it, had to retake it. Yeah. Like I said, Taylor helped me out with everything that I struggled on. I helped him out. We did good. We both graduated. And now I'm actually gonna go forward with the military and get promoted. So I'm gonna go to sergeant school in November. Oh yeah. I'm working a 12-hour shift, so that's why I'm a little tired. Alright. Remember, guys, just be the best you could be.